There's Purdy in the gun. 3 receivers left. Kittle, Jennings, Debo from in to out. Ayuk is right. Purdy back. Time. Steps around from DeMarcus Lawrence. Throws for the end zone. Caught by George Kittle. Touchdown! San Francisco!
Boy, what a start. First drive for this offense.
They got CeeDee Lamb, the number 3 receiver inside. Now he goes in motion right, followed by Isaiah Oliver. 49ers are tipping man on 3rd and 2. Dak back. Plenty of time. Pumps. Now rolls left. Now he's going to get sacked by Fred Warner and Javon Kinlaw. He's getting the ball out of his hands quick against everybody but the Niners. He held the ball way too long. Here's an end around and a flea flicker. Back to Brock Purdy. Takes a shot down the sideline to George Kittle. Kittle all the way to the end zone. Touchdown! There's Purdy in the gun. 3 receivers left. Kittle.
What's good, everybody? On today's episode of the Wayne Breezie Show, we're going to discuss the latest in 49ers news. We're going to talk about Christian McCaffrey. Will he play? I don't know. He was limited. And I got the great John Chapman, 49ers Rush, right here to discuss the game plan. It's all about beating Seattle in week 1. Stick around, smash that like button. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Breezy, John Chapman in the building. John, what's good? I felt like I haven't seen you in a long time, and it was just a few days ago. We were doing the John and Wayne show, and it's back. 49ers season is here. What's going on, buddy?
Dude, there are a few things that, like, okay, it is officially fall. One, pumpkin spice lattes, that's on there. Okay. 2, I get not 1 but 2 sessions with the great Wayne Breezie, and that just lets me know football season is upon us, and I have nowhere else I'd rather be right now, man. So great to be with you.
It's great to hear you say that because you are soon to get on an airplane and give the faithful an experience like none other. I'm so glad you're getting to go out to Seattle. First game of the season. We're going to talk a little bit about that and where people can go if there's still slots available to get tickets for the 49ers Rush road trip. And so I'm excited, but I got to give the members of the Breezy Bunch crew their love. Guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you smash the like button. Apologize for the little early delay because I'm trying to figure out some new features they got going on at StreamYard. When in doubt, don't F with the new features until you mess with the new features like behind the scenes for a week, right?
Dude, I'm such a curmudgeon. I don't touch anything. I've got the same backdrop. I've got the same font. I don't change jack. I'm that guy.
I'm saying, so they got this new things for scenes, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I can just add on my scenes here and just click on that scene, and then boom, 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 instead of doing it the other way, and it just messed me all up. So shout out to the Breezy Bunch crew. Don't Bother Me is in the building. Jax Knox in the building says, hey, Wayne, John, and Faithful, it's Friday, baby. We get 49er football on Sunday. Seattle, here we come. Traveling today and tomorrow. Like, comment, subscribe, smash that BB button, hashtag the BB. She also started the show off with a super chat contribution. Says, we going to Seattle and bringing back the dub. I'm feeling good. We got football Sunday, baby. Faithful to the Bay. I do have a question for Wayne and John. Who will be the player of the game on Sunday? I like when people like ask questions right off the bat. Like they don't waste any time. They get straight to it. Jax Knox is getting straight to it. Who will be the player of the game on Sunday? Be it Niners or Seattle? I mean, I don't know where John is going with this. So,
it's Niners. Okay. I'm going Niners. I'm not the biggest Sam Darnold Kubiak pairing, fan. I get it. Makes sense. They were both with the 49ers in 2023. But no, offensively, and we got some spoiler alerts here. I'm going Ricky Pearsall, man. I think Ricky Pearsall is going to get a lot of targets and a lot of catches. I'm just saying.
Spoiler alert. I heard spoiler alert, and that's had to sound the alarm. All right, Jax, you heard John say Ricky Pearsall. I'm going with Christian McCaffrey if he plays. Like I think Christian McCaffrey. First of all, we'll talk about that, but I think Christian McCaffrey, if he plays, is going to control the tempo of this football game, and he's going to keep he's going to bring the San Francisco 49ers back to what we missed in 2024. which is just running the ball, setting up the play action pass. You want to see Ricky Pearsall do damage? Well, we're going to need some good old Christian McCaffrey back, and the Niners are going to have to figure it out. So I'm going to go CMC. I guess that's the obvious, but I like the Ricky Pearsall signing. 49ers throwback in the building as well. Just showing all the members some love. 49er Jeff, happy Friday. 49ers football on Sunday. And Jeff has been a member of this crew right here for 30 months. And he asked a question. He's a stud. He asked the question, can we beat the Seahawks without CMC? Let's go Niners. Can we beat the Seahawks without CMC?
Yes. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you look at it last year, it was Jordan Mason and Isaac Guerrero. Yes, you can. Now, it definitely gets harder, and I know we're going to talk a lot about CMC, so I don't want to put too much out there, but the simple answer, Jeff, you are a stud. Thank you for the support. You are crushing it, but yeah, you can win without CMC.
Agree 1,000%. We won 6 games without CMC last year, so we can win this game without CMC this year. That's my answer. That's my take. Marty Bar 49er Empire in the building. Peachy in the building. Good afternoon, Breezy, John, and Faithful. Have a great show, everyone. All the beautiful hashtags. Thank you so much, Peachy, for that. And guys, Eddie G and the B-Dogs early morning show shout outs. Eddie G, what up, Faithful? Rocking my Purdy jersey at work and ready for Sunday. I like that. Rocking the Purdy jersey. John, I think we talked about what maybe it was in our group chat. Whose jersey are you rocking?
I'm about to pack. So after this show, I'm packing my clothes. I fly out at like 5 a.m. Tomorrow, and I still have not decided. Here's what's going on in my head. Brock Purdy's never lost in Seattle, so I'm like
3-0.
3-0. He's going to be 4-0. I'm the biggest Fred Warner fan. He's my favorite player on the team. So like, do I go with Fred Warner? Diamador of the North been talking trash against the Seahawks all off season.
You got a Demo jersey?
Do have a Demo jersey. Yeah, I do.
It's time. He signed his extension. It's time for me to get a Demo jersey.
So like I'm still, and then my favorite jersey ever is Navarro Bowman. So whenever I think Seattle, I think about those horrible fans throwing popcorn on Navarro Bowman. So I go straight PTSD. Like I gotta honor Navarro Bowman in Seattle. You know what I mean? So like I still don't know. It's gonna come down to the shoes. It's probably gonna come down to what matches my shoes the most.
So should I ask what's gonna be on the feet? Or because I know it's usually a pair of J's, so
I want my flu game ones, the black and reds. That's like those are my comfy, like, dude, I love those. They're my favorite Jordans.
The fact that you said that there's a pair of Jordans that are comfortable on your feet lets me know you don't have normal feet, because there's not one pair of Jordans that are comfortable on somebody's feet. Like
I buy those like thick ass Dr. Scholl's, like whatever, put them in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I do. Oh, 100%. I don't care. Like, dude, I'm on my feet all day. So I still don't know, but I have to work the Navarro Bowman in at some point this weekend, and then I got to wear red game of. So I still haven't decided, man. I'm still stuck. I'm stuck.
Love it. Listen, I got to shout out the one Facebook member that's watching. Facebook is growing. Jake Lane. Now, listen, he's the most negative 49ers
Look at his picture. Look at his picture.
It's on a basketball court, dude.
He's laying down.
And Jake is probably going to be cracking up, but he knew I was going to call him out. So Jake says we suck. So I'm just curious to know, like, what do we do with these faithful? Because some faithful are just realists. Some faithful believe we suck. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's our job to show them how we may not suck as much as they think we suck. Right.
That's how my dad was. My dad was this fan. Oh, okay. We'll blow it in the ninth. He was a big baseball guy. But yeah, he was always, we're going to lose. Oh, wait till we'll strike it. Like, yeah, he was always that guy. And so I always used to be like, why do you come to these games? Like, you come to the games and you're just pissed the whole time. He's like, leave me alone. He's like, all right.
Oh, I love it. Like, and when he responds, and I hit him back on Facebook, and I'm just like, I don't really know what to say, because like, there's nothing positive I can say. That's how he feels. That's how he feels. I mean, like, how do you think we can change his connotation of the team this weekend? Would it be if we blew them out, or what? What would it take for him to say we don't suck?
Any win in the division on the road is effort. You saw it last night. Cowboys played pretty damn good for the Cowboys. Still didn't win on the road. CeeDee Lamb played a very big role to that. But like, Dak was on fire. Like, they played well. They played relatively well. But to win on the road in the division,
John, I must have fell asleep on the CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb had a monstrous first half. What the hell happened?
He just started dropping the ball, and in pressure situations, looked like Ronnie Bell out there. You know what I mean? Like Dak just. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I forgot Michigan show.
No. It's all good, man. Listen, this is all good. He's no longer here. We could talk trash.
Okay.
Look, yo, I'm curious to know though. I gotta check in with the Cowboys Nation. Like, I gotta see how they feel about CeeDee Lamb. I want to know if he's getting the death threats. And I want to know if the team wants him off. No, I don't mean it like that. I apologize.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no. I hate CeeDee Lamb. Dude played at OU and then the Cowboys. Right. I ain't got no love lost for that, man.
Right. You're Texas
the hell
fan.
out of here.
Right. My question is, though, I wonder if they want him off the team as much as the Niners want Jake Moody off the team. I'm just curious.
Well, they all got their jersey on. Like that is what you're clinging to if you're a Cowboys fan. CeeDee Lamb will save us. CeeDee Lamb will save us. CeeDee Lamb. So, like, I think he's built up enough. He's a damn good wide receiver. I don't think he's a top 3 wide receiver. But I don't. I've never.
I think
felt
he's a
that
top.
way.
I think he's a top 3
do?
wide receiver. I do. I feel like he's the guy replacing the Devontae Adams. I feel like they're the same receiver, and he's the guy that's like Adams is older. Adams is still Adams. We're gonna find out.
Adams did everything outside. Lamb does almost all of it from inside.
That's that is the truth, and there's not a lie in it. But the later Adams, the Adams that played against the Niners, was all inside.
Yeah,
they moved him into the slot. So to see him be interchangeable, now I don't know what Lamb could do outside. We haven't seen it, but I'm just saying, I just feel like he's the guy that's going to kind of like, as Adams withers out into the sunset, Lamb will probably take over and get more. Maybe they need to give him more outside stuff. I don't know. I don't really care about the Cowboys. Anyway, 49ers _throwback in the building. Wayne, John, what can you say about this? The Seahawks. Now, I don't know if you saw this. We're floating around.
I did.
The Seahawks have announced undercover law enforcement officers will wear opposing teams' jerseys at home games this season in order to police illegal behavior. Now, I want to get John's take, but before I get the take of the Chapman, when has there ever been a situation in Seattle from 49er fans? Now, I've been to the past 5 games.
We've been together.
Right. And I will say that Seattle fans are one of the best welcoming fan bases. This version. This version, though, not the version with the Richard Sherman, the Legion of Boom. They were different. But this version has been one of the most welcoming fan bases. It's like you go to Seattle, you go to Philly, it's night and day. It's totally different. So, John, what's good with this, man? Like, what are your thoughts on this?
I think, I've been to 23 NFL stadiums currently. I think every single team needs this. There's been so many times when I've been at games and ruckus starts, somewhere in the proximity. Like, and I don't give a damn if it's Niners fans, Seattle. Like, every single team needs to be doing this because with that much alcohol and all the stuff that's going on in there, and people like you need people around. And shoot, I don't want to go too much into detail, but last year, Coach, one of our closest friends, he brought his kid.
Yeah,
you're
right.
3-year-old to the Seattle game.
This was at the Seattle game.
They're watching the game, and sure enough, a drunk Seattle fan tumbles over on top and lands on the family. He's got a 4-year-old with him. And Seattle did right. Yeah, they kicked the guy out. They took care of him, and they're helping him get tickets to this game and making it right and things like that. But I mean, I've been to a Rams game. This was back at the Coliseum where the fans next to me got in a fight. They all get ejected. They had a 10-year-old daughter. I was watching this girl for a half of football. I didn't even know her name. And because her family got kicked out because the Rams fans were fighting. And I was watching this 10-year-old daughter for a literal half until they came and got her. And I had to leave the game to escort her to her family just because there's numbskulls out there. And so I'm going to talk trash. I'm the type of fan. I'm wearing all my Niners gear. I show up and I offer to buy drinks for all the people around me. We're here to have a good time, but I'm going to talk shit. Respectfully. Mm-hmm. And I have a great time almost all the time, except for at Philly. I'll never go back to Philly again. But I like this. This is positive. This is a huge positive.
I don't know. I'm not trying to look at this in a negative connotation, like a negative vibe. But I think my issue is then why wear our jerseys?
That is kind of weird. You
get what I'm saying? I don't mind if they're undercover, But why be undercover in Niners gear? Like
it makes us look like we have a bigger presence. That's the positive spin on it, right? But yeah, I'm with you. That's a little shady. Why not both?
Yeah, it's just like, all right, cool. I mean, there should be undercover agents anywhere, everywhere across the world. Maybe we'll help prevent a lot of bull crap that goes on, with people and human nature. But at the end of the day, like this is a football game. Things are going to tend to happen, like, because there's stuff happens, but I don't know why they got to be in the Niners guy. I feel like it gives us a negative connotation to our team. Like, oh, they're a rowdy fan base. Oh, they like to fight. There's been some fights and we whipped some ass. I've seen us get whipped too, though. I'm not going to lie. But my point is, why in the Niners gear? But I like the positive spin you put on it. I'm not going to stick too much time on it. I love that positive spin. We'll just be more in numbers. But they'll be fake fans. There'll be fake numbers. That's not.
Seattle knows a lot about that, so it should even out.
There it is. This helps that 12th man maybe even it out just a little bit.
We got over 50% Niner fans buying tickets, going out there, and you're seeing that like the 12. I feel like the two fan bases. Sorry, my two least fan bases.
Cowboys.
Well, the Cowboys are up there, but Texas A&M, they do that 12th BS, and
so
so does Seattle.
I didn't know
and
that.
It's like, man, neither one of them. Like, come on, man.
Neither
one of those.
Seattle and the old stadium, the 12th man did resonate, though. Let's just keep it a buck.
Yeah.
But in this Lumen Field, beautiful state. First of all,
it's loud. It gets loud there.
It does. It's like they built it for the sound to stay in somehow. But like you said, and the Niners fans will be high in attendance. Speaking of that, let's talk about the Rush road trip, John, because I know that you. First of all, I'm a great supporter, member, helper, however you want to look at it, when I'm available to be at these Rush road trips. And I will say that these are some of the best experiences you will have as a faithful. I get that the Niners put on their thing and I get other people put on their thing, but if you don't experience the Rush road trip, you're truly missing out. Not just from the giveaways, not just from the interaction, but just being in a family-oriented, safe environment. John welcomes kids. So at the end of the day, if you have kids, you can bring your kids to these events and they will see what it's like to be a faithful for real. So John, let's talk about the Rush road trip real quick. I don't got the nice fancy commercials where you kick off. You are the commercial.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'll say this. So we're hosting two events this weekend in Seattle. Saturday from 2 to 6 p.m. we'll be at the press box 1 block from the stadium with Frank Gore. So you get a chance to meet the legend. Autographs are available if you want to get those, all that stuff. Kids are free to every single event. It's $20 to get into our rally, but kids are free. I'm bringing 30 autographed jerseys to give away. We don't make money on these. Whatever we make, we put back. We pay for Frank Gore. We pay for the jerseys, the giveaways. Kids are free to everything. We got coloring books. We got guides. We got bingo cards for the kiddos. We got competitions it is a good time to be had by all. And then we have an all-inclusive premium tailgate the day of the game. Before the game, unlimited beers, unlimited premium drinks, unlimited food, and
unlimited
more
juicy. Sorry,
we have a good time. So all you got to do, go to the TickPick app. It's free. It just search 49ers Rush. That's it. 49ers, 2 words, Rush. So, and all of our events pull up. We're going to be at every away game this year, except for the Rams Thursday night game. I can't make that one, but every other one will be in New Orleans on Bourbon Street week 2. So if you're going to any 49ers road game, come party with us. TickPick app, just search 49ers Rush, get your tickets.
There it is, guys. Get your tickets right there. TickPick app, search 49ers Rush. Big Papa in the building. What's going on? Since Lombardi posted that 53% of the attendees this weekend will be Niner fans. I wouldn't be surprised if that jumps up because most Niner fans does what Breezie and John do, and we get our tickets 1 hour before the game. And so that number is probably going to jump up to like 63%. Yeah.
Tickets dropped this morning. So the prices have been really, really high. They just dropped this morning. So if you're waiting to buy tickets, now's not a bad time to jump on that. I'm going to wait longer, but I'm telling you right now, if you waited, you always get your airlines and your hotels early. You wait on game tickets. I really wish you would understand that.
We just, we can lead them to the well. Can't make them drink. I mean, how long did it take you to get me to understand that. So just think about it. We're nature's by habit.
People get anxious. Like, oh, I want a ticket. I'm worried. So I get that.
You know what it is for me? I just don't want to have to worry. So it's more like just have everything planned out, bada boom, bada bing. And then when you be like, yo, I spent $10, and I'll be like, what? I should have waited. Like right now. Dion, what's going on out there, man? All right, John, let's get to the nitty gritty of this show. We got some stuff that we want to talk about. The injury report came out as of yesterday. They are practicing today, so they'll probably do some type of walkthrough. Kyle Shanahan will speak. There's no new 49ers news. There's no new roster moves. The roster is pretty much set for at least this Sunday. We'll probably hear on Sunday who is inactive. I wanted to think, who do you think is going to be inactive from the 53?
I think Yetur Gross-Matos, Jordan Watkins, those are kind of your big two. I'm probably going to put Drew Moss on there as well. Those are probably my three that I'm just like, okay, I fully expect them. Somebody from that defensive line group, but I kind of want to keep them all. Probably like
who though?
I don't know, like maybe Justin Jefferson, the new one.
Yeah. Is it Jordan Jefferson?
Jordan Jefferson. I always mess it up. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. Didn't he go to LSU too? Get the freak out of here. I wonder if they related. I wonder if he can catch like Justin.
Yeah, it's funny because when you search for him, you pull up the wide receiver almost on everything.
Everything. Because
Jordan Addison's his teammate. So like the Jordan and the Jefferson, it pulls up like all the whatever. It makes it hard to find stuff.
I see what you did there. That actually worked out perfectly. Way to play that one off. But no, seriously, let's talk about Christian McCaffrey.
I'm from Texas, man. It happens.
Let's talk about Christian McCaffrey because he was placed as a limited participant in practice, and he's on the injury report now with a calf injury. Now, Tom Pelissero spoke this morning about it. Don't know if you got a chance to hear it. I don't want to play it because NFL regulations and purposes, there's clips in there. I'm not ready. But any concerns about his calf injury? I know he's coming back from the Achilles, which started with the calf. So if you remember last year, because I want you to talk, I want to shut up. Remember last year, it started with an Achilles and then it went to a calf. And then Kyle talked about it being a calf. And then all of a sudden it was both Achilles. Like it was the weirdest injury situation with Christian McCaffrey. So John, let me have your thoughts, bro.
So let me just say this. I have no insider information. I'm not an insider or a beat reporter. I never want to be those two things. They're great things. It's just not for me. The idea is this. I've been to the training camp practices. I've been there. Nothing has changed with Christian McCaffrey. This is the exact pace that he has been on all offseason. All offseason. The whole entire goal was, look, we are going to control the pace and the reps throughout training camp so that he could be ready to go for the entirety of the season. And for all of you that are like, man, why do you run him into the ground? You got to give him a break. Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers are giving him breaks all throughout training camp and preseason and this time too. And so the only difference between now and the training camp is if a player misses a portion of practice after Wednesday, it has to be reported why. Has to be reported why. So Trent Williams, right, doesn't practice Wednesdays. So like you put did not practice. Now they put rest on there, which is a little bit different. But this is the same pace and program that they have had on Christian McCaffrey the entire offseason. You can see the workouts of him warming up yesterday. Dude looked fire. And so you either believe all the reports all offseason and everybody talking about Christian McCaffrey's back, or you don't. This should not impact that whatsoever because this is the same thing the 49ers have been doing for literally 4 months with Christian McCaffrey. The only difference is now you have the mandated reporting at practice that you have to submit or you get docked draft picks. So for me, and people are calling me like an optimist, whatever else, you either believe Christian McCaffrey's back this offseason or you don't. This should not affect that any way, shape, or form. I understand we all have PTSD from last year. I get it. I'm telling you, I expect Christian McCaffrey to get 15-plus touches in 2 days from now. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, I think the number's in the 20s. I know people are not going to like that because they feel like I'm overusing Christian McCaffrey like this is Madden. Nope, I just feel like he's back. I feel like Christian McCaffrey is fully back, and he's going to be on the injury report every week with a calf. So at this point, I mean, I'll just bring it back to this. I remember there was a time, and I will tell you the coach who was notorious for this. And I know there's a lot of Patriot references on my show, but Bill Belichick would put Tom Brady on the IR report every single week, and there was nothing wrong with him. But he had to label whatever the injury was. They just kept it up there. Tom Brady played, Hall of Fame guy. So I just feel like this is part of the game plan. This is part of what Kyle Shanahan has to do. This is playing brain games with other teams. Plus, he has to report any type of injury. Christian McCaffrey, still coming off of last season, had this injury, and so it's still going to be reported until he's physically not hurt in that way anymore. So I'm with you, John, 100%. I was going to ask you if you believed he was back. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The one thing I will say is if Christian McCaffrey does not practice today, then it is all right.
Okay.
Something happened during practice.
Correct.
So okay. That is the one.
But be specific. Limited.
He's like, then you're still the same.
Yeah, it's DNP.
DNP today, which Friday's a light day. So here's the weekly schedule for 49ers throughout the rest of the season on Sunday games. Wednesday, hard practice. Thursday, hard practice. Friday, light practice. Saturday, walkthrough.
Mm-hmm.
And so the fact that this is a light practice Friday, so like for all of you guys that are doom and gloom, skies falling, laying down on basketball courts, taking your pictures, we suck, those guys. If Christian McCaffrey doesn't practice on Friday, which you'll hear within an hour, then all right, you cause for alarm, sound the bells. And I'll say I was wrong, but I don't think we're at that point yet. And again,
I agree.
We'll find out within an hour.
I agree with you. Maybe we'll still be live when we get that information. We can give it to you guys live. That's why we do these shows. If not, I'm not alarmed. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I think Christian McCaffrey is fully back. And I guarantee you that cat he's going to have a game. He's going to have a game. It's been how long? And I don't think there's a more mentally tough football player than Christian McCaffrey on this roster. Mentally tough, meaning work hard, play hard, go hard, hard. They only have one level. It's all the way hard or it's not. And that's Christian McCaffrey. So I think he's fully back. Let's get to a couple of these super chat contributions, and then John can dive into the game plan. Jax Knox with a super chat contribution, second super chat contribution of the show. The score is tied up 23-23. It's 4 seconds left on the clock. Here comes Jake Moody for a 50-yarder. Wayne and John. I don't. So as long as Jake Moody on this team, I will never watch or go to a game with John Chapman. I'm not going to do it. John and Wayne and John, what is your confidence for Moody winning the game?
I'm going to go with, you just say 50-yard field goal. I'm going 5. He's 50% in his career on 50-yard field goals. So I'm going 50%. 50%. That's what his record is. I
feel like, okay, can we look these up?
He's made 6 of 12. I already got pulled up.
Okay.
He's 6 of 12. So 50%.
If it's a 50-yarder,
I mean, worst case is you're going to overtime. He's made 6 out of 12.
But I feel like if it's 50 on the dot,
okay,
I'm more nervous. But if it's like 50 plus,
you feel better.
He's nailing the shit. Like I guarantee it.
It's supposed to be the other way, Wayne.
I know, but I don't make this stuff up. I'm not him. If it was me, I would miss all of them. But I don't kick. He's a kicker that is cool with 50 pluses opposed to 50 and under. I don't understand. And it is. Awesome. It's supposed to be the other way. The fact that she said 50 and not 50 plus makes me nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm at a 5 with John. But if it's 50 plus, I'm at a cool 8. I'm at a cool ass 8.
Yeah, it's weird. When I was at the Raiders game when he went out there for the 59-yarder, and I was like, he's making this. Like, I think he's gonna make it.
You ain't say that, John.
Dude, I swear. You could ask. I was with Rusty. Yeah.
Let me text Rusty right now. Let's text him right now, and I'm gonna show the text Mickey Ficky if he responds back. All right, Rusty. Did John say here? Okay, at the Raiders game, did John?
No. Oh, no, I was with Eric. I'm sorry. I was with Rusty.
You don't even know who you were with. I'm definitely not trusting it, bro. I'm trying to get Rusty in trouble. Man, listen.
Don't. I won't bring Rusty into this. I'm telling you. Now, to be fair, I did have the George Bush meme pulled up, in case he missed it, where he's getting whispered.
Bro.
Sir, the second tower has been like, I had that pulled up. I was going to post it. So
John,
just going to let you know, the first time Jake Moody misses 2 kicks,
you
are
ruthless, bro. And all I'm going to say is keep that same energy for everybody, not just Moody. I want the same George Washington, same George Bush posts for
know which post I'm talking about, right?
I do know which post you're talking about. So I want to make sure you know, if I get a couple of drops from Juwan Jennings, I want the post ready to go up. If we get a couple, I just have it locked and loaded. You know what I'm saying? 49ers _ throwback says, man, I'm just glad Dallas lost last night. Nothing better. There isn't. We just hate the team. The 90s really scarred the faithful. This team in the 90s really scarred the faithful, like left some really bad scars. You know how you get a scar and it just never fully like gets back to the normal color of the skin or whatever because it's too deep of a scar? That's what the Cowboys did. Corey Patterson, Super Chat says, I'm late, but on Seattle and Bowman, I will never forget the 2013 NFC Championship goal line strip injury. Still don't understand how Seattle got the ball back. If I told you, John, that I don't believe that the refs be cheating, this was the ultimate cheat.
Oh, it was awful. And we got Sean Hockley out there this weekend, who's like the worst.
His father was the thing at that game, wasn't he? Ed. I don't like to bring this up, but you know,
I'm not a ref guy. Don't let your kids grow up to be refs. Like I believe that.
Yeah, they probably want a different part-time job. Yeah, don't do it because I have zero filter when it comes to the people that get paid to regulate and administer the rules of the game. Speaking of that, there was some stuff last night in the game. I was just like,
They always overcorrect week 1 and they try to set the tone for new precedent and then they back off week 2, week 3. So
you know what? That makes sense. That's like being in a classroom. You're a teacher, you're hard ass in the first couple of months. Now you got the students under your spell, and then you kind of go Mr. Saul. I get it. I got you. I get it. That's what the refs were doing. Still, it was some weird calls that I didn't. So you're all good on Christian McCaffrey. I'm all good on Christian McCaffrey. If he
practices any point today, then yes. If he is out today, then no.
All right, let's get to a quick preview of what we have with this game, and then John's going to dive into his game plan. And for those that are watching the show, you're probably like, well, what is the game plan? What is the game plan? Well, so John is a former football coach. And so when we do these shows and John is available, I like to get the game plan from the mindset of a football coach, a person that draws up the X's and O's and how you're going to combat and how they're going to go against the opposing team. And so John's going to deliver what he feels like his version of Kyle Shanahan, Clay Kubiak, Robert Saleh's game plan is going to be from an offensive and defensive mindset. All right, so preview the game. 49ers are favored by 2 points on the road against the Seahawks. I hope I wrote that right. And there's a 40% chance of rain in the forecast. John, I'm going to drop the bomb right there. I'm going to let you go ahead and do your thing with this little tidbit of information.
I'm a big bettor, okay? I'm a big bettor. I'm not betting any 49ers spread, money line, whatever. I'm staying away from all that because of the rain. If there's no rain, like, and here's the deal. Like, you just heard my overly optimistic whatever on CMC. Well, I love Brock Purdy, and I might even wear a Brock Purdy jersey. I ain't wearing it if it rains. Like, I like, let's just be honest. Brock Purdy in the weather and inclement weather is not the same. It's not. Now, the one game that he did have well in the rain was against the Seattle Seahawks, his rookie year of the playoffs, which I was at. That was awesome. Totally cooked him. But, man, he's had about 4 to 5 bad games in a row in rainy or snowy weather. So that is a big deal. So you still got to kind of wait on that. But the things that I do know, you got to be able to run the football this game. One, because you don't have so many wide receivers. Even though you have Juwan Jennings back, he's practiced 4 days. 4 days. Like, and it doesn't matter if you're Nick Bosa, Debo, Ayuk, Trent Williams, CMC. If you haven't practiced to get back to that football level, you have to temper expectations. Now, Juwan Jennings' physicality will be on,
100
for all to see,
yeah.
But I'm not starting him in fantasy. I'm not putting him out. I'm not expecting 4 to 5 catches, a couple third down conversions, block your ass off. That's what I want to see. Oh, look at Seattle. Shout out to Alex, Seattle Niners faithful. Rain won't be an issue. Take it from someone who lives here. The current forecast doesn't concern me. I'm going to be buying seats underneath the overhang. I can tell you that right now. Just in case it does rain.
The forecast doesn't concern me for me. Like I don't
right.
I'll get wet. I don't care. It's football. I'll talk about Brock Purdy gripping the ball and being able to play well. I think, a lot of the faithful that felt like that contract that he signed or was granted, very well deserved, very well earned. But these were some of the questions. Like, how are we going to pay him $265 million, whatever the number was? I done forgot. It's been a while. If he can't throw in inclement weather, and here is a chance of a game with inclement weather. And like you said, he's only played well once in inclement weather, and it's kind of weird, which,
And if y'all disagree with me, that's fine. I'm just telling you, like any bet I talk about, I put my own money on, and whatever else. I'm just telling you, if it's raining, just kind of be prepared for maybe not the most fun experience as 40. I'm not saying they can't win. They can win.
I guess my thing is, though, like, let's get to the game plan. Because my thing is, if it does rain, Kyle will look to run the ball. But then Seattle's going to stack the box and force Brock to throw the ball. I don't think the casual fan understands that. Like, I don't think they grasp the concept that if there are 9 men in a box, if it's a 9-man front, that means there's only 2 people covering. That means all the safeties and everybody else is up front. And so Brock is like, oh, shoot, check out, throw a quick slant. Somebody got to be open unless, So it's weird. We do look to run it in inclement weather, but if they're playing the run, does it make sense to run if we only getting 1 yard, 2 yards, negative yards, no gain? Like,
and you got to understand the rules. Like, whenever you see Brock Purdy go, can, kill. Like, there are rules. Okay, we're going to do a outside zone right run. Let's just, that's not how they call it, but I'm trying to oversimplify everything right now.
Yeah, I got it.
They go to the line. If they're down in numbers, Brock Purdy will look and will count. Okay, guys in the box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to flip it to the left side. Well, now you got to look to the left side. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we don't have numbers there. So we're going to kill. We're going to switch. We're going to go to a pass play. Like, you will check out of the run. You broke the huddle. You're trying to run the ball. But if you don't have the numbers, you don't run into a deficiency.
Yes.
And sometimes, you can go to the sideline and Kyle say, look, run it no matter what. We're not switching. Run it. Like, you could do that, but you don't want to do that the entirety of the game. So if they're going to bring everybody in the box, Kyle and Brock will switch to pass plays. So just because that's the script doesn't mean that's what you stay with when you get to the line of scrimmage. Now, sometimes you can be too smart for your own good. And, you shouldn't be running a lot anyway with these wide receivers. I mean, you should be passing a lot with these wide receivers. And if it's raining, you definitely shouldn't. Like, if it's going to be an ugly game, it's going to be an ugly game. And 3 yards in a cloud of dust isn't the end of the world. Like, I would not mind if it's raining and they're stacking the box. If we're averaging 3 yards a carry, man, stick with it. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
And so I hope that they just stay committed to the run game. That's what I want to see.
Johnny Dell in the building says McDonald, I gotta make sure it's not Mick, it's Mac. Donald doesn't tend to stack the box. He runs too high. So he plays the safeties up. Maybe he does this in Seattle, but in Baltimore against us, it was a bunch of stacking the box. It was a bunch of people up front on the line of scrimmage. I'm talking their corners. I'm talking their safeties. And they were affecting the play of Brock Purdy. I like the way Johnny broke this down. There's more in the chat. You can read it. He talked about the cover buzz, cover 3, whatever, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, like, I just feel like it's us, and what we see against other teams we won't see against us. Like, every team wants to beat Kyle Shanahan. I don't know what he did to every other team in the league, but they just want to beat, and they want to beat him bad. They truly do. Speaking of that, John, it is game plan time. This is where John gets to go offensively. We want to talk about the 49ers offense and how do we attack this two-man high safety look on Seattle's defense. Thank you, Johnny, for that comment.
You know, the Athletic came out and they asked 6 defensive coordinators and 6 defensive coaches to rank the top 10 play callers in the NFL. Kyle Shanahan was one. And the quotes that were put in there were, he loves to attack players' weaknesses, and he will go after, you know, what he could do to linebackers and put them just in the spin cycle. Like, you watch anytime Kyle Shanahan goes against Bobby Wagner, who's a Hall of Famer, but has some issues in the past game of late. 10 out of the first 12 plays are scripted to go right at Bobby Wagner. And I think that there are a couple of guys that you could target in this game that Kyle Shanahan will. One is Tyreek Woolen, who's a great coverage guy, but he's a little soft. Whatever corner Tyreek Woolen's on, left or right, expect perimeter runs, outside crack toss, outside, zone stretch, right to that side. And, man, I am putting, I want Juwan Jennings on him. I want to pull George Kittle. I want to pull Trent Williams. I want those strong physical blockers going right at Tyreek Woolen. In the passing game, I think you attack the linebackers. The defensive backs are pretty solid in coverage for the Seattle Seahawks. That's the strength of the team. It's the strength of Mike McDonald almost everywhere. Strong defensive tackles, nice defensive backs. Linebackers, not so much. And Shanahan, I think that's where it's going to be, where, MVS, I'm very glad that he is, on this roster, and I think he'll be the number 3 because he will occupy that outside corner and the safety on those clear out routes, which is going to leave a lot of space for those drift concepts and whatever else, where you can duck the ball right behind the linebackers. In that linebacker, they stop usually at 14 yards in their drop, but that's the area where I think you could have some help. And it's I'm going Phil Jackson here. We're cross-sport referencing this. I want Ricky Pearsall, CMC, and George Kittle doing the triangle offense around those freaking linebackers, where it's like, dude, pick your damn poison. And wherever he doesn't go, you check it down to that other. And I want those 3 guys, all of the targets to be revolved around them. That's what I want to see. Pearsall, Kittle, CMC, in whatever order. Put those linebackers in the spin cycle. So run the ball, play action as much as possible. But whenever you do go to the passing game, force those linebackers to make choices. They're going to be that first read for Brock Purdy a lot of times.
And that's what Kyle Shanahan likes to do. He likes to take advantage of the weak linebacking core for the majority of the team. They do have Ernest Jones. He's their Mike linebacker. If I'm not mistaken, Ernest Jones the 4th. They also picked up Chaz Surratt. So I'm sure he's going to be some type of op for the Seattle Seahawks defense. And then you're just looking at their linebackers. I just feel like this is exactly what you said. One guy you didn't talk about, Boye Mafe as an outside linebacker. I think he plays with a high motor, high energy, but get him in coverage. Do what you got to do to make him have to cover on the strong side or whatever or whatnot. Great tackler, great downhill guy. But look, if he's out there and he's starting, find a way to abuse those matchups. Good George Kittle game, good CMC game, middle of the field. I'm talking those short crossing routes, like those drag routes and things like that. I think we see a lot of that in this game. And I think we see a lot of Brock Purdy, to go into your game plan, a lot of efficient, quick throws. I think this is a game where Brock Purdy is going to look to dial up the rhythm, get the rhythm going, keep that rhythm flowing. And then the balance attack will be in there with the run, like you said. And then they'll take the deep shots down the field when they when they're able to incorporate the play action pass. So I like that, man. Offensively, attack the linebackers. How do you feel about their secondary again? You said the secondary is strong. They do got Josh Jobe. They got Julian Love, Kobe Bryant, and Reek Woolen.
And Nick Imanwari, their second-round pick that will be out there in some three safety sets, which they do. McDonald does do.
Yeah, that's their wild card, and pay attention to him in the box, and then pay attention to him if he drops out as one of those 2 high safeties. Nick Imanwari, he has the ability to be a type of ball hawk. That's what he did in South Carolina. And then he has the speed. He has the range and the speed to play sideline to sideline. So it's going to be interesting to see what Mike McDonald does with his defense. Let's flip the script to the San Francisco 49ers defense stopping the Seattle Seahawks offense.
I said earlier in the show, like, I'm not the biggest Sam Darnold Clint Kubiak pairing fan. And Sam Darnold was awesome last year. Don't get me wrong. But Sam Darnold had, I think, the best quarterback coach in the NFL in KOC. He had a top 5 offensive line. He had Justin Jefferson. He had Addison. He had TJ Hawkinson. You don't get any of that. Kubiak is, nobody's confusing him with KOC. Wide receiver, Jackson Smith-Njigba is the best player on their team. Probably offensive. Maybe not. Leonard Williams would probably be the best player. But that is it's different. So I don't want Sam Darnold to get comfortable. I am bringing exotic looks the very first freaking play. I am not going to just sit back and allow Seattle to just run the ball and get Sam Darnold comfortable and calm down and stay ahead of the chains and slow, methodical, whatever. No. I want chaos. You telling me Upton Stout's going to start, the rookie? Well, the physicality, I want him bringing it. I'm talking nickel blitz right from the jump. Safety blitz. I don't want Jair Brown, and he's solid coverage, but I do think he's going to get the start. I'm making him be aggressive. Hopefully he learned how to tackle in the last 2 weeks. That's my biggest concern. But I am being aggressive. I am not going to let Sam Darnold get comfortable. The defensive tackle, you got the youngest defensive tackle room in the NFL. I want crazy rotation first half. And then who shines? You're getting more snaps second half. I'm telling everybody, look, all 6 defensive tackles, you're all playing. First half, you're all playing. Show out, you get more snaps second half. That's my idea. And so we're just rolling waves in. Who can stop the run? Who can handle duo? It's more inside zone than duo in the Kubiak system, but that's a whole nother coaching debate. But that's what I want to see. So don't let Sam get comfortable. Rotate those defensive tackles. I'm not worried about the ends. I'm not worried about pressure. The linebackers are going to take a lot of the pressure. Fred Warner don't do too much. Don't
overplay.
That's the only issue that Fred Warner has ever had in his career is where he tries to do too much and goes outside of his kind of responsibilities. But man, you have 2 elite coverage linebackers in D. Winters and Fred Warner. Allow that to help out Upton Stout. Allow that to help out Jair Brown. I really think that this is where the 49ers can control the game. If they could stop the run early, don't let Sam Darnold get comfortable. Dude, I'm going after Sam Darnold. I'm bringing 5 guys pretty consistently.
Yeah, something we don't normally see, in Robert Saleh's defense, bringing an extra guy. They usually Saleh likes to rush 4, play people in coverage. Just looking at the 4, though, looking at our 4, you don't think that's going to be enough? I mean, I think he'll throw in a nickel blitz here or there. If they got 3 wide receivers out there, I think he'll throw a linebacker blitz. Fred Warner will probably get the first sack of the game. But
I don't want to just bring 4 early. I want to gamble early. Personally, this would be my defensive coordinator plan is I don't want him getting comfortable. I don't want him feeling whatever. So and if I go at it and I get burned early, so be it. Let's back up. Let's try to do the 4th thing, see how that works. But I would be more aggressive early. I'm not saying that's what he's going to do, but that is what I would do.
No, and I totally get that. And I'm just trying to make sure I have a clear understanding because we're talking to the faithful out there. We want to make sure that they understand as well. I think that makes perfect sense. Because if you do get beat, it's easier to adjust opposed to now trying to add something different that hadn't worked before. So show them, hey, well, we coming at you. And I think if you rattle Sam Darnold early, it'll affect his ability to make cognitive throws later on in the game. Yep. Sam Darnold, in my opinion, one read quarterback, look to get the ball down the field. This short throw, this quick throw, all that is not really his game. And that's what they're going to try to turn him into. That's what he's going to have to be, that to try to move the ball methodically down the football field. I'm just looking at his pass catchers. I mean, my favorite, I do like Torrey Horton. I understand, that kid, I think is going to be a problem in the NFL. I see why they traded DK Metcalf. They picked up him. He kind of gives you some of the same feel vibe, not as physically built, but can move, big body wide receiver. But Cooper Kupp, and like you said, Cooper Kupp and Jackson Smith-Njigba, these guys are just sideline to sideline movers, good route runners, going to line up in the slot. They're going to try to take advantage of that. I think the Niners are stronger in the slot this year, whether it's rookie, Demo, or Chase Lucas. I think the Niners got the slot figured out. And I think it's going to just take some adjusting slot-wise. Talk about the Seattle Seahawks offensive line, which has been their Achilles heel offensively. But they went and got my favorite offensive lineman in the draft in Gray Zabel. He's the 3rd highest ranked PFF graded player on the Seattle Seahawks during this preseason. All right. He's the second offensive lineman up there. Lucas is there first. So I'm curious, like, are they better up front offensively? Because my thing is they got to figure out, you say attack Sam Darnold early. I don't want them to forget about the run game. And I need them to find a way to eliminate the run game. You can't let Kenneth Edwards go ham. He's healthy. Healthy Kenneth Edwards is a different
Walker.
Kenneth Edwards. Kenneth Walker, sorry. Healthy Kenneth Walker III is a different player than an unhealthy Kenneth Walker III.
Yeah, you got to hit him and you got to tackle. And so that's the one area of concern I'm not really worried about with Upton Stout, right? Like, I'm more concerned about that nickel against JSN, against Cooper Kupp. Yeah, he's never taken a snap against another team in the NFL. Like, he missed all the preseason, all of it. And so if he's going to start out there, I'm worried about him in coverage. His aggressiveness and run gap filling, not concerned about. I am concerned about Jair Brown in the run game, not the pass game. So you have these kind of counterbalances, and that's why I don't think Marquise Siegel starts, is because you don't want the slot corner Upton and the safety Marcus Siegel, who has deficiencies in the run game, right? Like, yeah, Jair Brown, bad in the run, good in the pass. Marquise Siegel, great in the run, bad in the pass. You got to kind of off balance those things. But yeah, you got to. Their offensive line is better, still not good. I don't think anybody would put Seattle's offensive line in the top 16 in the NFL. In fact, I think more people would put them in the bottom 5 than even average in the NFL. Now, Gray Zabel might be awesome, but they just paid Abe Lucas $15.3 million per year. Colton McKivitz is better than he is, and so Nick Bosa has had a lot of success against Abe Lucas. So this offensive line is improved. I would not say their centers. I'm not worried about that at all. We'll see. Their offensive line and the 49ers offensive line close to each other, but Trent Williams is the deal breaker. That's what sets them apart. They don't have that dominant. Nobody has that dominant guy like Trent does.
No, and I get it. I'm not saying that their offensive line is anywhere near cream of the crop, but I do think they're going to come out and try to set the tone. Defensively, we got to negate that. That's my point. So if they do come out and try to punch us in the mouth by running the football, aggressive, hard, outside zone, inside. You talked about them doing the inside, a lot of inside zone from these guys, opposed to the dual concepts like that. That's what I'm going to get. Zach Charbonnet is no slouch. That cat will come in and not skip a beat. And so I just don't want the Niners defense, which struggled in 2 areas, in my opinion, last year. 1, stopping the run. 2, hella missed tackles. They had tons of missed tackles in the preseason. That was preseason. But like you said, number 1, you don't want Fred Warner overcompensating. You talked about D. Winters being an elite pass coverage linebacker. I don't know if he's elite, but I definitely think he has the traits to be being elite pass coverage linebacker. Haven't really seen much of that, but he will get the opportunity this year to do that. And so, like, it's Fred Warner and then other guys that kind of prove themselves out there on the football field. And if Fred feels one of those guys isn't doing what they need to do, he's going to overcompensate. Like, that's just who he is. Yeah. He doesn't have a Dre Greenwell out there. He doesn't have an Azeez Al-Shaair. He doesn't have those guys yet. I'm not saying he doesn't trust those guys, but they really only get one opportunity to lose that trust real quick. And the next thing you know, boom. I think I'm more concerned about up front and those guys getting pushed back a little bit, because you talked about a 6-man rotation from the defensive tackle spot. I love it, but who are we starting? And I'm not high on starting Khalil Davis. I like Khalil Davis, but I think he will be a liability in the run game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Khalil Davis, Jordan Davis out there early.
Jordan Elliott.
Yeah, Jordan Elliott. Sorry.
We
Jordan
both saying wrong names. Y'all better get on John, just like y'all got on me about Babyface. I mean, Kenneth Edwards.
I did like that, by the way.
That was funny.
But no, I mean, you're just going to roll them in waves. And that's kind of what you got. Like, who's going to have success out there? Don't know. But you do have the bodies.
But why are we not putting Alfred Collins out there on the first and second down? Don't tell me he's not ready. His body is ready, right?
I think the consistency that Khalil Davis has put out there kind of earns it a little bit more. But I don't disagree with you, and I think they're going to get about the same snaps. That's the thing. So, like, I'm not I think you're going to have 6 or 5 to 6 defensive tackles that all get 20+ snaps. And so whoever gets the first 2 snaps, I'm not too concerned about. The second half snaps, that's where it's going to be.
That makes sense.
Man, if I'm Coach
how
Sarah,
do you finish the game, right?
Yeah, like put what you putting out there. All right, who's had success? All right, we're rolling with these guys, and you're going to get more playing time.
I mean, my thing is first down. If they rush for 5+ yards, I'm gonna fucking have a fit.
Yeah.
Like, you want to see me bad? Matter of fact, I'll be on my Discord channel where I don't get flagged for saying bad words. So if you guys want to join me on Discord, you guys can sign up to my Discord. I'll be there every game, and we keep it real over there. Like, we don't have to worry about getting flagged for anything. But no, I'm serious though, John. Like, I really need to see this team stop the run. They struggled in the preseason except for one game, which was the last game against the Chargers, and that, my friend, was because I think big old Jordan Jumbo Elliott was out there. Like, I'm hoping if he stays healthy, he's a big part of the run defense for Robert Saleh.
Kyle Shanahan had called him his best run defender last year, which I thought was crazy. But he's the veteran guy. He's the only veteran guy that you have in there.
Wow.
So it's the youngest defensive tackle room in the NFL. It's not even close.
Yeah, but I'm not necessarily like, the age portion of it doesn't really bother me. I actually like it because I think those guys will be a lot more energetic, a lot more fresh.
That's what Saleh said yesterday, right? Well, they better have fresh legs then.
but you got to take some of the learning curves and the growing pains that comes along with being young, energetic, and fresh, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
We lost him. I'm going to carry this. I can't change the set, so it's going to look like me. With this, I'm just going to lean over. There we go. We go there. We on Wayne Show. Oh, now I can lean back. There we go.
Ooh, there's a question out there from Niner Faithful. Is Evan Anderson on the practice squad? Will he get elevated for Sunday?
I wouldn't mind it, but you have 6 healthy defensive tackles already. Like, I don't think you're rolling 7 out there. I wouldn't mind Evan Anderson getting more play time, but with CJ West healthy, Alfred Collins healthy, like everybody's healthy, like I'm fine. And just saying Evan, because he's overcoming an injury in and of himself. So, like, allow him a little bit more time to get ready. You're going to need Evan Anderson at some point this year. So I would just wait on that one because you're not going to have 7 defensive tackles. That's a little too much. Evan Anderson's time will come, though.
But earlier on the show, at the beginning of the show, you talked about making a tackle inactive, which was Jordan Jefferson. So if they do make Jordan Jefferson inactive,
could swap him up.
Yeah.
You're having a hard time because, again, you can only promote 2 players, right? And so Evan Anderson's not going to help you on special teams, so that's a negative. You are light at linebackers. You only got 5. Somebody like a Curtis Robinson will be on every single special teams group. And so, obviously, a wide receiver will be promoted. I think a linebacker would be promoted. It's possible, but I doubt it. I think Evan Anderson, they're just trying to buy some more time for him to get 100% back from his injury, and you've got the 6 bodies. But it's possible. I love Evan Anderson, by the way.
Me too, John. I just got to make this quick announcement. I'm not following the live chat, but please keep the live chat respectful. Because I don't have a problem calling anybody out.
Yeah, well, he's got a Celtics thing on, so you know how that goes.
I mean, it's probably my guy, but we don't got to bring nobody's moms and things like that into the situation. And I know 49er Jeff, he probably laughing, but at the end of the day, come on, guys, let's just keep the chat.
I love it.
Cool beans. Can we do
hey,
that,
where's the Discord link? I'm seeing that being asked for.
That is a great question. So I believe it will be in the description of this show. So, like, I'll make sure that I put the Discord link in the description, just like you can go click on John Chapman's 49ers Rush page in the description. Like, so we don't read. I know we don't read. I know I don't read. You know what I'm saying? So go read the description of the show. Give me about 10 minutes though, because I don't think it's in there. So I'll put it in the description of the show. It's hard to put it right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, all right. John, we got to do a score prediction and we'll get up out of here. My score prediction, just so you know, is 24-20. And I'm going to stick to it. So let me know what John's score prediction is going to be in this game.
Man, I'm big on betting the under week 1, almost across the board. So I'm definitely going under here, especially with the idea of rain. So I'm going 49ers 20, Seattle Seahawks 17, low scoring, under 40 overall points. That's what I'm going with. I think the 49ers defense returns to fourth quarter quality performances. Nick Sorensen was the worst in the NFL. 49ers gave up the most fourth quarter points in the NFL after Steve Wilkes led the NFL in 2023 in fourth quarter scoring. He went first to last. I think you go back to quality. And so I think the 49ers defense doesn't shut them out in the fourth quarter, but shuts them down late. And so I think Seattle has the ball left, and the 49ers defense comes out and shuts them down to win the game.
Oh, so 2017?
2017. That's what I'm going with.
Okay, can I get your what will you be? Can you give us a preview of how you will be at the game if the score is close in that way?
I bet pretty big on it, so that'd be good. I'll probably be buying some more, but we can't buy beer in the fourth quarter of the NFL, so I can't do that.
Wait, you can't buy beer in the fourth quarter anymore?
Nah, they can't do that.
What?
They don't, yeah, it's a thing. And when the Niners play the Cowboys, they stopped selling at halftime. That's a true story.
Dang. See, I don't drink like that unless I'm with
a good man
with John.
I'm like, wait, you get a drink? We get you a drink,
right? You just have to do it, like, you know what I mean. And John don't buy the little joints; he get the supersized 64-ounce joint. You know what I mean? So because you know why? I don't want to get up. I have to go pee. I don't like to see. We're different. You talked about how you are at the game. I am not a trash talker at the game. I am more to myself. And like John has seen me, I'm tweeting play-by-play analysis and what I see. This is like that in the third. I'm totally different.
Whereas I'm talking to everybody around me.
John is making friends.
We are.
John is like Scooby-Doo in the family, yo. Like everybody could get in the van at the end of the night. Like that is John. Me, I'm just like, don't talk to me. And if you do talk to me, hey, what's up? All right, leave me fuck alone. Like you know what I mean? Like that's
Wayne lets you know. He'll let you know.
It's just a little different. Like, you know what I mean? The link, I believe, Peachy put the link in the live comment section of the chat. You should be able to click on the link in here, but I will put it, Carlos, in the description of the show. John says 2017. I'm saying 24-20. Either way, those scores, we just got to win. Just got to win. Don't matter how. Doesn't matter if it's by 1 point, as long as we win the game on the road. Because then when you get to Nolans in week 2, you can kind of test. I want to see the annexation of Puerto Rico. I want to see Trent Williams touchdown. Like, you could play around in that game. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that New Orleans, they're fighting for that one overall pick. So
yeah, trying to get your boy.
Is good. Yeah.
John, what a great show, man. I'm looking forward to these game plans every week. So John hopefully is here every Friday. When he's not, we will be looking people to sub in, whether you're a football coach or not. The only criteria is you got to be a content creator. So if you're a content creator, then you can come on and give a game plan, whatever. But John, I'm excited to get your expertise. And don't forget to check out John on his Patreon, to where he's going to be breaking down film. I'm going to be doing explosive plays and bad negative plays. So I'm going to be covering stuff like that, show you how stuff went wrong or how this play was made.
See what had happened was.
Oh, that's the name of the show. Oh, we got a new. See what had happened was. John, you're a real one, man. Listen, safe travels out there. Everybody traveling to the game, safe freaking travels, man. Make sure you're with the 49ers Rush Road Trip crew, so that way you will be safe at these events, whether it's before the game or pre-game, tailgate, all that good stuff. You want to make sure you're safe, having a great time. John, you get to take us out. I'm going to close out the show. I got to make sure I didn't miss any super chats. I did, 2 of them. Miss Cynthia in the building. What will Seattle's defensive coordinator try to do to Brock? I'm sorry.
They're going to try, and this is why McDonald got hired as the head coach, because of the bluff blitzes and surprise blitzes and all those things. Everybody understands the 49ers offensive protection calls. He's going to try to overload left blitz, but actually blitz off the right, because we don't check out of those. So that is, finding pressure with 4 by showing an overload blitz left look or right look, and then actually blitzing from the backside. That is exactly what McDonald's going to do. Like he is gigantic on that. So a lot of bluff blitzes.
And John, if you were, I don't know if you were with me or if I was with you and I went out on your show, but on one of my streams or whatever, the internet just was flickering, and I think
happens.
I went bananas. I think I was with Mike. It
happens.
It wasn't Comcast, so if I shot any strays at Comcast, my apologies. It was Frontier, and yeah, I meant every single word of it too. I meant every single word. But Slick, thank you for the super chat contribution. Everybody that contributed to the show, monetarily appreciate it. Everybody that contributed to the show, just showing up, hitting that like button, I appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you click subscribe. John, please now take us home.
We have waited so long. We are on the cusp of 49ers football returning. Last year left a bad taste in our mouth, and I understand the injury reports with CMC. I get it. The PTSD. Man, I don't want to be dead last in the NFC West anymore. But have no fear. 49ers football is here. You start off with a division opponent. You're playing Sam Darnold. Let's go get it done. Wayne, you are the best. Shout out to this chat. Been cracking me up all damn day. We got 49ers football. Let's get that dub. And until next time, stay strong, faithful.
What's up, faithful? Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And make sure you check out some of the other cool videos.